Black CEO denied first-class seat. 45 minutes later, the entire airline team got fired. Before we dive in this story, hit the comments and tell us your city or country. Let's see how far this story reaches. If you like the video, please subscribe. He handed over his first-class ticket, confident and calm. But the flight attendant barely glanced before saying, "This section's full. Back of the plane." Confused, Marcus rechecked his seat, 1A, first class. No mistake. But the stares, the smirks, he'd seen it all before. Just not here. Not after everything he'd built. Moments later, a white passenger was escorted to his seat without question. Marcus didn't raise his voice. He didn't have to, because what happened next would shake the airline to its core. Watch till the end. You won't believe who he is. Marcus Cole wasn't just a businessman, he was a titan. Founder and CEO of one of the most successful tech logistics firms in the world. He'd graced magazine covers and headlined conferences and built a reputation for silent power. But today, Marcus wasn't here to impress anyone. After closing a groundbreaking deal overseas, he just wanted peace, an uninterrupted flight home, to Atlanta in first class. Dressed in sweats, beard unshaven, and hat low, he looked like any other traveler, and that was fine by him. At the gate, he nodded politely as his ticket was scanned. No red carpet, no fanfare, just a man on his way home. But the moment he stepped into the plane, the energy shifted. A flight attendant gave him the once-over and shook her head. "Sir, this area's for first-class passengers only." He blinked. Then he looked at his ticket again. And that's when it started. Marcus calmly handed over his boarding pass, 1A, confirmed. But the attendant insisted there was a mistake. "Coach is behind you, sir," she said, loud enough for everyone to hear. Marcus, still composed, asked her to double-check. She refused. A white businessman stepped forward, ticket in hand, and was immediately ushered to seat 1A, Marcus's assigned spot. No questions, no second glance. Marcus asked to speak with a supervisor. One arrived, but instead of correcting the mistake, they backed the attendant. "We're overbooked," they claimed, suggesting Marcus had been upgraded in error. Whispers rippled through the cabin. Some passengers looked uncomfortable. Others avoided eye contact. Marcus stood quietly as they asked him to step aside. He did, but not before noting every name tag, every face, every insult hidden behind politeness. He made a call, then another. His assistant, his lawyer, and then a key stakeholder in the airline's parent company. Within 30 minutes, executives were calling back. Emergency meetings were happening behind closed doors. And Marcus? He just stood by the window, watching the sun dip behind the terminal. Calm, patient, until the airline's VP pulled into the tarmac personally. 45 minutes later, the gate agent, supervisor, and flight attendant were all called into the manager's office and escorted out under silent stares. Fired. Marcus didn't need to raise his voice or make threats. His network, reputation, and quiet resolve did all the talking. As he reboarded, the pilot stepped out to greet him with an apology. Passengers fell silent. Now everyone wanted to know, who was this man? Marcus took his seat, 1A, finally, not with pride, not with vengeance, but with grace. The people who dismissed him had no idea they were denying service to one of the airline's most powerful investors. Resolution and impact. 130 words. Marcus didn't do it to punish. He did it to teach. Disrespect, like this wasn't new to him. But what was new? His ability to change the outcome. He made sure the airline implemented new anti-bias protocols, mandatory training, anonymous reporting, not just to save face, but to make real change. Marcus flew home that night, not satisfied, but hopeful. For every person like him denied dignity, there must be a moment where silence ends and consequences begin. One question still echoes. How many more times must Black success be proven before it's respected? Drop a comment below. What country and city are you watching this from? Take care.